Hi, dear friends. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Akshadare. Today is Wednesday, 21st June 2023. I hope you guys are doing great, and I hope you guys are fine. All of you are fine. So, let's start today's newspaper reading. Before going to start the newspaper reading, I would request you guys to please subscribe the channel, like, and comment. So if you like the video, please share with your friends so they can utilize the opportunity. So and I hope you guys are working towards to improve our communication in English. If you guys are facing any difficulties while learning, so kindly leave the comment in the comment box so that I can help you out to resolve your doubts. So as soon as possible. So anyhow, anyway, let's start the newspaper reading. Yes, guys, welcome back to Akshadare. Let's see what's in the front page of the Hindu newspaper. Today's Hindu newspaper. So, this is the front page. Let's go through the today newspaper. Railways to improve travel amenities. India's first mRNA vaccine gets approval. Experts to help states with health response. People of Emerald Isle avoid change. More needs to be done for Sri Lanka's Tamils. Cummins and a land seal thrilling win. Pak inks a deal with China for nuclear power plant. Monsoon shows its city rain likely for 5 days. SC refuses urgent hearing on flea. Hard to restore internet. Manipur. Assam rifle plans to secure lifelines for of Manipur hills. Government redo BBMP ward delimitation in 12 weeks. Congress alleges dropped submitted by non-existent panel. The Delimitation Commission submitted the report 1 year after the tenure of the body ended. Sources in the Congress claimed Nature Index. ISC ranked number 1. Government keen on new bill that may split BBMP in the 3-month breach provided by High Court. Residency University. Let's go to the students to get egg, banana or chicky only once a week. One item will be given for students once a week from June 20th to July 15 or until further order. 3 killed in accident on expressway. Make parental consent mandatory for free bus travel for minor girls. Yes, it's right. 32 students are clear second PU supplementary exam. What is this? Only 32 students. 32%. Yes, 32% students clear second PU supplementary exam. Then security guard attacked near XCM's residence. 225 patients undergo free angioplasty at Jayadeva Institute. Yeah, right. Good news. Bangalore transformation through citizen participation. Yoga cognitive behavioral therapy can tackle internet addiction. Niman's study. The study aimed at exploring clinical utility of yoga therapy in management of internet addiction. Height held for stealing bikes. Raichuru teacher enters India Book of Records for film on Vidyagama. Nanda Nilekani donates 315 crore to Halma Mehta IIT Bombay. Let's see about this person, the entrepreneur and philanthropist of the 21st century and also the co-founder of SIA Infosys. The Nanda Nilekani co-founder and chairman of Infosys and Foundation Infosys and Foundation chairman of UIDAI has donated 315 crore to his alma mater, Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay. With this, his total contribution to IIT Bombay has gone up to 400 crore. The donation would go towards building infrastructure, stimulating research in emerging areas of engineering and technology, and nurturing a deep tech startup ecosystem at IIT Bombay. The contribution is also expected to serve as the anchor of IIT Bombay's ambition vision to become a global leader among engineering and technology institutes. The Mr. Nilekani signed a memorandum of understanding with Subhashish Chowdhury, Director IIT Bombay, in Bangalore on Tuesday. IIT Bombay has been a cornerstone in my life, shaping my formative years and laying the foundation for my journey. This donation is more than just a financial contribution. It is a tribute to the place that has given me so much, and a commitment to the students who will shape our world tomorrow, said Mr. Nilekani. Mr. Nilekani joined IIT Bombay in 1973 for a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering. Incidentally, the donation marks 50 years of his association with the institute. Yes, very nice. The great person. Then Nandan Nilekani at side row, I read it already. Then go to next page. Monsoon assures its city rains likely for 5 days. Digital business had Institute for Social and Economic Change. Congress protest against Center for denying a rights to state. BJP holds counter steer. KPCC chief says the people of the state would teach a fitting lesson to the BJP, which is indulging in politics at the expense of the poor. Yes, of course, all three Congress candidates said to be declared elected unopposed. Government mulling over amendment to hand registration without RERA permission. Action against 10 big companies. With 10 days left, Congress government strives to launch Annabhagya scheme. The central government has conveniently forgotten that the National Food Security Act was implemented by the then UPA government. Rice millers say they can meet a partial requirement of Annabhagya. Police says KS Chassis is non-functional due to vacant key posts. Trace source of fake news on social media and take actions, Dramaya tells officials. Careless attitude of magistrates has led to increase in litigation. High Court of Karnataka issues guidelines to magistrates for ordering for non-cognizable offence complaints, warns of serious action if guidelines are not followed meticulously. Stampede-like situation at a temple in Hyderabad. TDP leader suspects misuse of Sri Vani Trust funds of TDD. Police registered case against former SFI leader. SIT probe sought into alleged custodial violence. What a theme path. Where it is exactly. Kerala government to promote e-autos, bicycles at tourist destinations. Democratic forces must unite to hand BJP rule. A people of an emerald Islay waiting with Dusras. What is this? A welcome step. The US and China must continue to keep diplomatic channels open. A people of an emerald Islay waiting with Dusras. So let's read this editorial page, guys. So what's in it? George Bernard Shaw visited Ceylon in 1948, escaping India altogether. So much for the ego of the Iceland's massive Naibo, but that was not all. In a letter to India's Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, The unpredictable playwright wrote, I was convinced that Ceylon is the cradle of the human race because everybody there looks an original. All other nations are obviously mass produced. Anthropology was as far from Shaw's brain as the razor from his beard. But in this observation, he had it hit upon both a human truth and a Lankan verity. The Emerald Isles people have traditionally been seen in terms of ethnic groups, the categorization as its uses. As, for instance, in understanding the demographic weight of sections of its population, such as given in this latest figure, census of 2012, Sinhale 74% of 9%, Sri Lanka is Sri Lankan Tamil 11.2%, Sri Lankan Moose 9.2%, Indian Tamil and 4.2%, others 0.5%, Moose being a quaint Lankan way of describing a lost Shakespeare and Othello, the Iceland's Islamic population. But identity clustering can be very self-depriving for a nation. Muthaya Muralidharan is one of the 4.2% of Sri Lanka's population called Indian Tamils. Born in Kandy to a hill country Tamil Malaya Thamijor Hindu family of tea plantation workers and the eldest of the four sons born to Lakshmi and to Sinnasamy Muttaya, who runs a successful biscuit making business. He is a grandson of Periyasamy Sinnaswamy who migrated tea estates. But Murali is also the past bowling spinner of spinners who sends the ball as only he does, with a menacing sneer to match. And he has taken more wickets in international cricket than any other bowler. You cannot get more original than that. The Sinnasamy family is part of the large group of agricultural laborers that began coming into the Iceland from the drought-ravaged and poor districts in southern Madras over a hundred years period. From about 1830 to 1930, as the plantations and the Iceland's export earnings from the plantations, especially tea, grew, the laborers' numbers grew too. Did their incomes and education and health scores grow proportionately? They did not. And the single-minded and unrelenting work put in by another original Indian Tamil leader and head of the Ceylon Workers' Congress, the late S. Thundaman, made a difference. He was a fast bowler of his own kind. His ability to inspire and mobilize his people gave them voice, gave them self-respect. More than that, it made them feel they mattered as persons, individuals. And there was the issue of citizenship after 10, 25 and 50 100 years. Were they Ceylonese or Indian or a bit of both? Nehru told India's parliament on April 9, 1958, they are or should be citizens of Ceylon. He had the moral authority to do so, given the Congress led Parliament's record in the matter of affirmative action to ameliorate India's debasing caste system. Today, all that is history. The Sri Mao Shastri Pact of 1964 and the Sri Mao Indira Gandhi Pact of 1974 saw the translocation of a large number of Indian Tamils to India, a procedure Nehru would have surely resisted. The repatriate are now part of the fluctuating fortunes of India's underemployed, self-employed and unemployed wage-searching masses. But the stateless and futureless situation of the Indian Tamils on Sri Lanka's plantations has ended. The bulk of Indian Tamils on Sri Lanka's plantations are now citizens of the country with voting rights. More and more of the young among the Indian Tamils now are seeking avenues of work outside these estates, like Murali's father did, with a reasonable success. On state issues remain in terms of deficits in housing, medical, and educational standards, and in ergonomic norms. And there are political aspirations of the Indian Tamils in Sri Lanka that call for remedial action as well. These has identified by participants in a Malaya Hums 200 event organized by the Ketugastota based Institute of Social Development include retention of the proportional electoral system, power sharing at the central, provincial and local government levels, the revesting of human settlements in the plantations with the state, not the estates, and being recognized as villages so that government schemes and services as also land rights can flow equally to the community. Changes that are needed, but casting a forward gauge, the Indian Tamils of Sri Lanka now need the following five important changes to be made by them and for them. First, to start being as seen as distinct and equal Lankans and with huge and a unique professional XP expertise making a major, indeed critically important contribution to the country's economic well-being. Second, to have their land-based climate-dependent profession be protected against the now almost certain threat of adverse and erratic weather conditions. This calls for urgent impact emergency mitigation strategies in not just in the interest of plantation labor but also of the plantation themselves and therefore of Sri Lanka's economy. Third, to have their work sites, work cycles and work styles ready to face the real possibility of COVID-19 variants and other pandemics. Especially June hortically triggered ones revisiting the plantations. It is vital to obviate the crippling this disruption that has shattered plantation aspirations over the revises to waves by dips in export in prices, both to ensure that the sector is not left vulnerable to policy-related adversities such as those that were created by the ill-conceived ban on chemical fertilizers some months ago, which hit the tea estates in the gut, and to make it creatively equipped to change equipped to respond to the gradual but globally discernible change in the tea estates away from the current black tea pattern towards green and herbal teas. Fifth, the most important now to recognize the global opportunities and equally the challenge that artificial intelligence is opening for the community. The opportunities are among others helping predict weather and using drones help making planting, de-weeding and de-infesting near perfect if not zero defect operations and with algorithms transform the future of the plantation sector. Authentication has been cited as one area where AI will confer a boon. Labels can and do misrespect facts, misrepresent facts. Traditional methods can fail to see adulteration or to hard to spot a spent leap in bags of mixed tea. 100% X or 100% Y, maybe only 10% or 20%. So AI will tell the true from the fake. Algorithms detecting fraud, calibrating flavor through sensor technology, and chemometrics are going to transform the industry. But will AI cut employment on estates? Could AI, in a short space of a few months, displace hundreds of thousands of working on the Iceland's hill slopes? Will AI, in some unregulated brain and in some frenzy of corporate rivalry, tamper with tea or coffee preferences and generate a spasm of a craving for something that replaces tea and coffee and makes the tea bush or coffee plant objects in museums of antiquated past produce. This is not about science fiction, but about AI's flip side. Is anyone in Sri Lanka's or elsewhere thinking of this? Are plantation labor unions? They must. If Sri Lanka's plantation workers, in a measured but audacious move, were to be made part of the creation and development of an AI university situated in the Central Highlands and specializing in algorithms for the plantation sector. They originally as individuals and genius as persons could work not for their own as so much as for Lanka's good. The 4.2% have been generators of wealth for Sri Lanka themselves are remaining in want. The time has come for them to be harbingers of change. Themselves are leading and regulating the change. The other of uh, Pygmalion Pygmalion was an AI drone buzzing over the Iceland's future, spotting not Elijah Doolittle, like originals who could speak a zero defect English, but women and men spinning their individual destinies with Dusras waiting to fly. This is about the India Sri Lanka's relationship. And let's go to the next page. Rawalpindi gains the upper hand in troubled Pakistan. What is about this? Let's go to this page. After the violent events of May 9 in Pakistan, following former Pakistan Prime Minister Khan's arrest in an alleged corruption case, the country's powerful military establishment has decided to decimate Mr. Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. Negotiations are now off the table as the army leadership swiftly dismantles the Imran Khan project, which it had initiated with fanfare some years ago. Following his unceremonious removal last year, Mr. Khan and his PTA had targeted the military in an unprecedented manner. Mr. Khan's arrest on May 9 was possibly linked to him publicly accusing and naming a serving inter-services intelligence officer, Major General Faisal Nasir, for alleged assassination attempts on Mr. Khan's life. Never before has a civilian leader, especially an opposition leader in Pakistan's 75 years history, challenged the army in the manner that Mr. Khan has. The Pakistan military and its intelligence agencies are now avenging a year of public humiliation heaped on them by Mr. Khan and his party leaders. This episode has provided the military establishment for the opportunity to tighten its grip over democratic institutions in Pakistan, win back public trust, rather possibly, and create a new political arrangement or hybrid regime. More importantly, the chief of army stop. General Syed Hasim Munir sees this as an opportunity to move away from his predecessor shadow, General Khamer Javed Bajwa, and shape his own legacy. Before his retirement, General Bajwa, in a speech last November, had claimed that the army's role in politics was unconstitutional and that it had decided to remain apolitical. General Munir has also made similar assertions, but the brutal clampdown on the PTI is bellying those claims. During the May 9 protest, Mr. Khan supporters had breached the army's general headquarters in Rawalpindi, Pakistan's power center. For the very first time in Pakistan's existence, civilians conducted a symbolic coup against the powerful military establishment in a way telling them to stay in their barracks. Expectedly, this muzzle plexing has backfired. PTI cadres allegedly involved in the May 9 violence will face trials in military courts under the Army Act and Official Secrets Act. Notably, this action of the army has received support from the current Pakistan Democratic Movement government. The army is also running a well-crafted propaganda to portray itself as a victim of PTI-led terrorism. The army has not stopped. Nearly the entire senior leadership of the PTI has officially left the party after caving into pressure from the military establishment and to avoid imprisonment. The PTI is now struggling to survive. Mr. Khan is fast losing his support base and the motivation to continue his fight for Hakiki Azadi, our true independence. Hakiki Azadi, our true independence. Political dynamics. However, Mr. Khan's political woes go behind this. The violence of May 9 has also resulted in the indefinite postponement of provincial elections in Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Mr. Khan and the PTI had long demanded elections in these provinces. Additionally, the likelihood of the PDM government holding country-wide general elections later this year has also diminished significantly. These dynamics will further exacerbate political instability and boost the military's role in politics. Under these circumstances, the military establishment may no longer require a coup d'etat to exert control in the country. Traditionally, weak coalition governments and hybrid political setups such as Mr. Khan PTI government have provided more room for the army to assert its control. In fact, many analysts have labeled the present political arrangement in Pakistan as a quasi-military dictatorship. The military is using Mr. Khan's and PTI as an example to warn other political parties against crossing the red line. Moreover, it is believed that the Imran Khan project posed as significant threats to unity within the military, as there have been reports of internal divisions within the army over this issue. Consequently, the crackdown on PTI supporters and the proposed utilization of military courts are also being carried out to target alleged dissenters within the security establishment. Reportedly, the Pakistani army is set to take serious actions against its own officers who did not show expected resistance against the pro Khan protesters. For example, the former Lahore Corps commander, Lieutenant General Salman Payaj Ghani, is under investigation for allegedly allowing PTI supporters to enter his house and carry out acts of vandalism on May 9. Media reports claim that Lieutenant General Ghani's wife is closely related to the Chief Justice of Pakistan, Umar Atha Bandial. The PDM government has targeted Justice Bandial for allegedly favoring Mr. Khan's, demanding his resignation for causing anarchy and a crisis. It is worth noting that Mr. Khan's support within the country's judiciary has caused tensions between the judiciary and the military establishment. This brewing civil unrest will further exacerbate the troubles facing Pakistan, which is already grappling with a severe economic crisis and numerous security challenges. The May 9 protests have given the army ample justification to hand Mr. Khan's political career and to fragment the PTI. With the military establishment emerging stronger and civilian institutions getting weaker, the people of Pakistan will bear the brunt, facing food shortages, power outages, and limited fuel supplies alongside skyrocketing inflation. Thus, prospect of political and economic stability in Pakistan remains a distant dream. This is about the flight of Pakistan politics. Let's go to the next page. Semiconductor PAM, the unfinished agenda. The churning Andhra Pradesh. UPI payments, relief for users, attack for banks. Convenience to complexity. The surge in UPI transactions has been mostly in terms of volume and not volume. Convenience to complexity. Let's go to the next page. SC refuses urgent hearing on plea seeking army protection for cookies. The top court lists the case for July 3 after the summer vacation, says Manipur violence is a poorly law and order issue and it chooses to trust the administration to bring peace. It ordered that any court interventions may aggravate the situation. We hope our courts are not as good to pass these kinds of orders, that army or central forces should be deployed. Let the administration look into the situation. Manipur skips this year's Rath Yatra over clashes. Assam's rivals to secure lifelines of Manipur hills. PM Modi lands in US, many events in pipeline. Hard to restore internet while blocking social media websites, Manipur tells SC. PM's stoic silence sends a message of indifference to Manipur, says opposition. Railways to improve travel amenities for passengers in unreserved coaches. India supplied 160 nations with COVID jabs, Anurag Thakur. China to set up nuclear power plant in Pakistan. India and US share values of democracy, diversity, Modi. China blocks proposal at UN to blacklist 26 by 11 attack accused Sajid Mir. Government didn't consult on Gandhi Prize, says Hadir. 100 central troops for a district SEC. Bengal opposition threatens a daily legal battle if Supreme Court orders is not implemented. More assembly seats for SCs, STs in Assam. Governor celebrates Bengal Foundation Day despite objection. Flood-like situation in Rajasthan. Central teams to visit the states reeling under heat stress. Health Minister says experts will support them in the public health response to heat-related illness. Daily surveillance are under the National Program on Climate Change and Health. Child line 1098 to be merged with 112 line in 9 streets. Puri Rath Yatra begins. Lakhs of people throng the streets. Amit Agarwal takes charge as CEO of Aadhaar Authority. Amit Agarwal, tribal matter. Yes, this is for the examination purpose. This is very important. Amit Agarwal takes as CEO of Aadhaar Authority. Amit Agarwal, remember the name. World's largest Ramayana temple coming up in Bihar. India's first mRNA vaccine against Omicron approved. Tribal mat art woven into a day this time. Nearly 2,300 adoptions happen in 9 months. Zero tolerance for spurious medicines, says Mandavia. Alavanza's humility. Pakistan court issues non-bailable arrest warrants for Imran Khan. Afghan Taliban carry out second public execution since takeover. Qatar agrees to second long-term gas supply agreement with China. Influencer Andrew Tate indicted for human trafficking in Romania. Biden's son charged with possessing illegal weapon. US urges China for military talks despite a rebuff to Blinken. White House is establishing military communications is essential to reduce friction between the two global powers. Beijing cites Washington sanctions as an obstacle for dialogue. Tourist submersible on Titanic expedition missing for third day. The vessel, with 5 persons on board, could stay under water for up to 96 hours. Chinese Premier holds talks with the German Chancellor. I hope. Palestinian attacker kills 4 in West Bank. The shooting comes a day after an Israeli military raid killed 6 Palestinians in a Jenin refugee camp. NABFID highs 60,000 crore loan book by March 2024. Infrastructure lender is also looking to sanction 1 lakh crore loans this fiscal to both greenfield as well as brownfield assets in the key infrastructure space, says Managing Director Raj Kiran Rai Ji. SBI MD Janaki Raman named RBI Deputy Governor. Janaki Raman. Remember, this is the SBI MD named Janaki Raman as RBI Deputy Governor. Telecom regulator suggests norms for undersea cables. AI is set to eliminate digital drudgery. IBM. VL bagged orders worth 5,900 crore in Q1 financial year 24. Pet food farm Drools raises fixed 60 million from Al Caterton. KVB to tweak model of business. D. Babu. The Han Bachar raises 15 crore from investors. TCS levy credit card users may have to file declaration to issue. TVS Bank India financial year 23 net profits rises 37%. Cummins and the land store has Australia's pulls halfway east. Martina Navratilova announces she is clear of cancer. Venus Williams pulls up surprise win at a Birmingham Classic. Injury forces Annette Kontaveit to retire at 27 after Wimbledon. Germany unveils Teddy Bear as mascot for Euro 2024. Defending champion India lacks arms with practice stopped Pakistan. Hyderabad loses spot in Formula E, but Hall is not lost it. Vishal lifts silver at Special Olympics. Satvik Sai Raj hails a doubles coach Bo's influence. The champion Tom's Indonesian Open trip as one of the biggest championships wants to earn a reputation of being invincible along with the double partner Chirag. Women's Emerging Asia Cup India Bangladesh in final. Some of the sports news are very important, guys. At least read the names which are highlighted in the sports page. Ironman ruled the roost in a Premier Handball League. Sandesh Jinghua joins FC Goa on a 3-year deal. England and France win again as Swiss held. Another shot in the arm for badge ball. The way cricket should be played. The senior national water polo and diving from June 21st. What's your favorite yoga pose? The incredible Hulk who has overcome personal tragedy and injuries to make a huge statement. What is this? Let's see. Shot put Tajinder Paul Singh Tour, who put to shade the Asian record at the interstate meet and dedicated to the feat to his late grandmother, who played a big role in his remarkable journey. Big man Tajinder Paul Singh, who literally dominates the shot put field, has taken the honors at all the continental level meets. The scouting network in a footballing ecosystem, the Charles Way. Climate breakdown. The Arctic Ocean could be ice free by the 2030s. Considerable effort has been invested in determining when the Arctic Ocean might first become ice free in summer. A blue ocean event. We do not know exactly when the last blue ocean event happened, but one in the near future would mean open water at the North Pole for the first time in the millennium. Let's reread it. Read it. Considerable effort has been invested in determining when the Arctic Ocean might first become ice-free in summer, aka Aka Blue Ocean events. We do not know when exactly when the last blue ocean event happened, but one in the near future would mean open water at the North Pole for the first time in millennia. So this is about the ocean climate. The aerial view of an iceberg in the Arctic Ocean in September 2018. Arctic sea ice is an important component of the climate system as it dramatically reduces the amount of sunlight absorbed by the ocean. Removing this ice is predicted to further accelerate warming through a process known as a positive feedback. Sunny side to the light. Hey, why and how does the sunflower always face the sun? What is this exactly? A plastic bag floating in the Indian Ocean near the town of Hangama in Gale, Sri Lanka. The first international treaty to protect the seas was adopted on Monday at the United Nations, an official baptism for a historic agreement aimed at limiting threats to the ocean and its vital ecosystem. It must be avoided by some preventing precautions. Pothole Raja battle against bumpy roads in Bangalore goes into campaign mode, creating roads that will not wear out. Gridmans, a patented product made from 100% recycled plastic waste. Pathol Raj, founders Pratap B. Rao and Saurabh Kumar, Pathol Road in Bangalore. Civic Body says it has filled 9,900 pathos from April 1st till now. Minister promises world-class street walk on NGA premises. City runners finish 89-kilometer Cambridge marathon in South Africa. A total of 403 participants from India, including 42 women, took part in the marathon this time. The Jalangapur wants Snappool opposition passed before residents of viewers. Mute musicians from Bangalore making melodies on World Music Day. What about this? Art is a really popular medium to create awareness about things that demand attention. Thermal and a quarter and moon hara. Symphony and piano. Stay Toy Story Time. Make your own parts of maps and museums. Text and context the last two pages. The expected rate of glacier melting in the Hindu Kush region, 80 in percentage. The rise in foreign tourist arrivals to India during January to April, 166 in percentage. The worth of the Rural Development Fund withheld by the center, 3,622 crore. Companies issued with notices were a cup syrup row. New members added to the retirement fund body EPFO in April. The climate lawsuit against Delta Airlines. Why was the world's first carbon neutral airline slapped with a lawsuit? What do the terms carbon offsetting, greenwashing, and additionally mean with respect to climate change claims? How do airlines select carbon offsetting options? Why do claims of climate consciousness of airlines ring hollow? What is the contention between the Coal India and the CCI? Why did the Competition Commissioner of India impose a penalty of 591 crore on the PSU? What does this? What it is exactly? So maybe not important for the purpose of examination. Let's leave it and go to the next page. Anxiety disorders and its treatment. The stigma remains. If you are interested to how to come out of the anxiety and the anxiety disorders, you can read this page, guys. So anxiety disorders are among the most frequently occurring mental health problems in the community today. They often go unrecognized in primary care setting due to lack of awareness and available human resources. So how to come out of the disorders, anxiety disorders, you can read if you want to know about how to come out. So otherwise, I will give some other videos in the upcoming days. The International Day of Yoga has been celebrated across the world on June 21st since 2015, following its inception in the UN General Assembly in 2014. Here's a quiz on yoga. Yes, I wish you everyone International Yoga Day, and I hope you guys keep your health, keep your health, keep your body healthy, and keep your mental and body health safely. So this is the last page, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed the newspaper reading. And if you want to be very good in communication, just read the newspaper at least 40 minutes to 2 hours each and every day. It will make you a very good like white in the next 30 days. So I hope you could repeat the same tricks which I have given in the previous videos. I hope in the upcoming days I would bring very informative videos related to education and personal interviews, and especially related to competitive exams. So let's see you in the upcoming videos. Please subscribe the channel, like and comment for more videos related to education. So see you in the upcoming videos. Have a great day. Bye bye. Take care.